For Taiwan's government said on Wednesday that Communist China is turning to underhanded legal tricks to assert control over the democratic island nation. It says Beijing is employing a misleading interpretation of a key UN resolution to create the legal basis for a future attack. Here's a closer look.
China says that 1971's UN Resolution 2758, which led to Taiwan's expulsion from the body and Beijing assuming a seat at the UN, China is saying that that gives international legal backing to its claims over the island. Taiwan was formerly called the Republic of China. Its government fled to the island in 1949 after losing a civil war with Mao Zedong's communists. The U.S. State Department called China's statements an intentional mischaracterization and misuse of Resolution 2758. It said the comments are part of China's broader coercive attempts to isolate Taiwan from the international community.
A resolution is Welcome to China in Focus. I'm Tiffany Meyer. Our top story: Washington straight me. And a drone light show in China turning into a rain of sparking meteorites. Hundreds of drones malfunction and fall from the sky during a major celebration for the Chinese Communist Party. Taiwanese President Lai Ching-te has a message for President Trump: stop China from invading Taiwan, and you would deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. He made the remarks Monday on the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton show, urging the U.S. to keep backing the island. Let's take a listen.
If it is able to annex Taiwan, China will be in a stronger position to compete with the United States and alter the rules-based international order. This would eventually also impact U.S. interests. We hope that Taiwan will continue to enjoy the support of President Trump. If he is able to convince Xi Jinping to permanently renounce the use of force against Taiwan, President Trump will surely win the Nobel Peace Prize.
When asked what the Taiwanese leader would say to President Trump if given the chance, Lai began by highlighting China's growing military aggression, describing it as more intense and wide-reaching than ever before.
I would suggest that he take note of the fact that Xi Jinping is not just holding ever larger military exercises in the Taiwan Strait, but expanding China's military deployment in the South and East China Seas. China's military exercises now extend across the Indo-Pacific region.
China's military aggression in the Indo-Pacific is growing in frequency, intensity, and geographic scope. A major U.S. Air Force institution, America's Air University, published an assessment earlier this year. It described China's air and naval activities around Taiwan as unprecedented. What's more concerning, the U.S. think tank CSIS says China is learning valuable combat lessons from Russian troops, helping make up for its own lack of battlefield experience. China and Russia have been stepping up military ties, especially through joint exercises. Lai also warns that China's aircraft carriers are now operating beyond the first and second island chains. Chinese warships have sailed near Japan and Australia, putting two key U.S. allies in the Indo-Pacific on alert. Last week, China unveiled its third aircraft carrier, Fujian, named after the province closest to Taiwan. Rick Fisher, senior fellow at the International Assessment and Strategy Center, says the name isn't just for intimidation, it reflects part of China's war plan.
Well, the name was chosen specifically to intimidate and coerce the population of Taiwan. It is an aircraft carrier that will be used should the Chinese Communist Party decide to initiate hostilities against Taiwan, but it will also be used to scare the rest of the world.
Zooming out, recent signals from Washington may help explain Taiwan's renewed outreach. The Trump administration recently imposed a 20% reciprocal tariff on Taiwanese exports. It also pledged to move half of the island's chip production to the U.S. In Monday's interview, Lai said he is willing to help the U.S., quote, reindustrialize and become a global AI hub. And to watch the full interview with Rick Fisher on China's aggression toward Taiwan, stay with us for the second half of the show. A new Reuters.
I know what it takes to refuel that can help everybody, and I demand a lot for my body. I've spent my
今天我们谈了3个问题，第一个就是 AIT 重磅式的一个对台湾地位的一个声明啊。虽然很多人把它解读成是对台湾地位未定论的一个表达，但是我的看法恰恰相反，我觉得它是间接的表达了对台湾地位的确定论啊，因为反击了中共对于2战文件关于台湾问题的一个虚假的一个事实的打击，就意味着是承认或者是间接的默认了台湾地位是一个主权独立的一个国家啊。那么这个问题就是我们谈到，就是中共过去这么多年来用各种手法来这个曲解而且就是对于台湾实施各种逼迫，它的背后的一个背景当然就是所谓的一个中国的一个论述。所以我也提出他的这个所谓编造性的一个中国论述的3段论，一个就是自古以来就是统一的要么就是所谓的这个逻辑错乱的一个统一论，最后就是篡改文件的统一论当然 AIT 的这个声明之后，中国外交部当然是跳脚嘛跳脚之后，所有的这种说法本身只有4个字来形容，叫一派胡言最后我们谈到了，我觉得令人遗憾的就是Charlie Kirk 的他的遇刺这个案子。我和石板先生都共同认同一个观点，就是说这样的一个牺牲是没有白白的牺牲而且也会激起就是说全球对于这个激进左翼有一把枪我就可以夺人性命的这样的一种做法本身来进行一种有力的防治所以我们总结来讲，我觉得科尔格的牺牲基本上不仅是没有白白的牺牲不仅不是白白的牺牲它会唤起更多的美国的良知，在民主制度当中去做进一步的修补，以避免再一次悲剧的发生。石板先生。
我认为这个查理·科克的死呢，他是对美国的川普团队有很大的打击，因为查理·科克是非常著名的川普总统的支持者，他跟川普有非常密切的交流。那么他遇刺之后呢，川普总统就是也一直没有笑容，而且就是说要颁给他自由勋章。另外一个川普团队的这副总统这个万斯也是跟查理·科克的好朋友嘛。我觉得这种时候，全世界当这个各种价值观很纷纷扰扰的混乱的时候，站队非常重要。我觉得台湾的赖清德总统应该在这个时候站出来，因为这好像对川普来说，查理·科克跟自己儿子一样嘛，他家里有事的时候能跟他站在一起，说几句安慰的话，表示支持，我觉得这是一个非常重要的一个表态嘛。那么当然说，在查理·科克的主张跟台湾的民进党主张并不见得都一致，但是至少查理·科克他是一个反对中共霸权的，是支持台湾的，同时他是用这种暴力的手段被剥夺生命的一个沟通者。他并没有主张在这种场合的话，他是符合自由民主的价值观的。所以说，我认为这个台湾应该表态支持查理·科克，既符合情理，也符合台湾的国家利益。